For years, production touring has been prominent in New South Wales, but in 2017 they take another step closer to becoming prominent nationally. Today it's the first of two interstate rounds where 30 k's northwest of Brisbane at the iconic Lakeside Park. Hello everyone, Zach Caden with you here trackside at Lakeside Park. Welcome to round 3 of the championship, round 1 of the Mocom Cup, as our season of endurance for 2017 officially gets underway. And it's the first time that we've visited this circuit, one that has such a rich history within Australian motorsport. It's such an honour to be here, and it's of course the second round of the Queensland Production Touring Car Championship as well. The first combined event for the two series since the establishment of the Queensland Series earlier this year, which means that it's got a state of origin feel to it, this race meeting. Bragging rights very much on the line between New South Wales and Queensland, which gives us yet another exciting element to talk about right throughout the course of the race. Now, some housekeeping from yesterday. We had two sprint races, of course, one for driver A, one for driver B. Suffice it to say that we are set up for a showdown today because it is locked at 1 between New South Wales and Queensland. New South Wales getting on the board in driver A through Aaron Seaton, who took victory quite comfortably in the end. He's teaming up with Greg Symes today in the yellow Mitsubishi Evo. It's great to see Greg back on the grid, and even better to have Aaron back in the paddock. They'll be a tough combination to beat once we go racing here in the driver B outing. That was where Queensland got on the board through Steve Burridge, who's teaming up with Carl Begg in the BMW today. Steve getting his first win in production touring and his first outing, which was great to see. And BMW, of course, cleaned up here in the opening round of the Queensland Championship some 2 months ago as well. In total, 20 entries for this round of the series. A little bit down on what we see in New South Wales, but it's a long trek. Some drivers transported their cars in big trucks, in vans, in you name it, whatever they had to get here. Some 12 or 13 hours up the coast and into Lakeside Park on Thursday, practiced on Friday. It's been a long haul, so to see 20 on the grid is quite an achievement and a real good boost for the Queensland Series going forward as well. Unfortunately, we are a few down. Daniel Byron, he brought his Subaru up, again blew a turbo. He won't be on the grid. Trevor Simmons was leading the driver B race yesterday. It was looking like it'd be 2-0 for New South Wales. Not the case, because a couple of laps from home the timing chain went on that Commodore, leaving Simmons a spectator and unfortunately out of today's race as well. But there's a good spread throughout the field, as you can see there. It'll be Aaron Seaton and Greg Symes that will lead us to green. It's a 60-minute race on a 2.41 kilometre clockwise circuit, with a compulsory pit stop between the 21st and the 40th minute to watch out for as well. We're ready to go racing. It's State of Origin motorsport style, and with me in commentary is the encyclopedia of Queensland motorsport, Mark Jones. Let's get ready to go with Queensland and New South Wales production touring cars at Lakeside are away. Great start from Aaron Seaton. Great start from Burridge as well. Burridge, I should say, as they make their way up towards the first corner. Burridge is tucked into second spot. Look up there on the outside. What a great start from Mark Kane and the Marcel Commodore. Well, he has shot up to second behind Aaron Seaton as everybody else makes their way through safely. Steve Burridge has slipped back to third spot.
Something went a bit wrong there at the third gear change point, and Jacques Oosthuizen has jumped up into second position. And that little pause there from the BMW has allowed Symes to skip away a little bit. Although that having been said, it looks like one of the Commodores has jumped up the order. Is that Kane?
Yeah, Kane up to second. Yeah. A great start from him up there on the outside. I thought at the first that might have been Jacques Oosthuizen that made the jump, but it was Kane and the Marcel Commodore as they make their way onto the main straight. It's Aaron Seaton leading the way in the Symes Motorsport Mitsubishi Evo across the line. One down in this 1 hour race. Kane, Oosthuizen, then Burridge. Then we go back to Holt, then Murphy, then Muller. Then it's Loiacono sitting there at 8th spot. Then Williams and Tony Virag fighting over the same piece of real estate as well.
Yeah, Virag's looking very pacey at the moment, trying to get through Williams. It looks as though, the later model Holden has certainly got the pace on Williams in the older Holden.
But up the front of the lead that Aaron Seaton's opened up.
Yeah, this is interesting having having the faster driver start the race. This is high risk strategy here, but the potential is with the speed that seems on board that maybe they're looking at perhaps trying to lap as many of the field as possible, and to put Greg Symes in a good position on exit from the pits. So that will be a fascinating development if they pull that off. Kane looking very strong in the Massel Commodore there in second position. It's already pulling away from Oosthuizen. Loa Kono further back in the pack there has just disposed of Moller in the older Mitsubishi Evo. So Loa Kono in the 5 of 15 car working his way forward smartly.
So just to reiterate, we're live on 2MC, it's Lakeside on 87.6. We're bringing it to you commercial free on 2MCA Sport. We're also being heard on Production Touring TV with our highlights package of this round of the series. They enter Hungary corner once more. This is a really good fight in the early stages. Kane, Oosthuizen, Burridge. Then we go back to Holt there in 5th spot. I said Sturridge at the start and I've realised why now. Steve Burridge.
Yeah.
So I've taken the ST and then the Urridge. I don't know how I did that.
It's called a portmanteau.
Yes.
It's
I hope he doesn't mind that, but that's okay. Across the line we go.
Now here comes Burridge on
Burridge.
Oosthuizen, looking to get that position back on the Mitsubishi. Had a brief look through the kink, but no, discretion being the better part of valor. And Burridge just backs off and lets Oosthuizen hold position for the moment, or rather, I should say, doesn't push the issue. It's very early stages in this 1 hour racing course. Just on the third lap of this race, and well, Lakeside is only a mile and a half around in the old money, and it's one of the 3 fastest circuits in the country, so it does not take long to complete a lap. If you're doing over a minute, then you're a Class E car, basically.
The guys in the A1 and A2 divisions are clocking sub 1 minute at the moment, and that is frightening pace. There's no doubt about that. Aaron Seaton continues to lead. He's got half the main straight on Mark Kane, who is leading Jacques Oosthuizen, then Burridge, then Holt, then Murphy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Loa Kono 7th. Muller 8. A long gap back then to Tony Virag, who's looking all over the back of Nigel Williams at the moment as they head to turn 2 once more.
Yeah, Holt is getting bolder each lap, trying to stick the VF Commodore up the inside of the older car of Williams, at the kink, that is. But Williams is continuing to hold him out. Meanwhile, up in the battle for this second position is bunching up overall.
Burridge has got by Oosthuizen too.
Yeah, Burridge is closing on Kane. Oosthuizen still right behind the BMW. And then we've got the car of the defending champion, a New South Wales champion there, right underneath the Evo of Oosthuizen, and Murphy is right there, and Loa Kono is catching onto the rear of that pack as well. So this is turning into a 6-car fight for second position, and it might not be too long before it's a 7-car fight, because Muller is there in the older Evo as well.
So this race settling into a rhythm at the moment. Reminder, of course, if you're a regular New South Wales motorsport viewer or listener, as we see Virag going up there on the inside, but now the outside of Williams unfortunately can't find a way through at the moment. Williams is making that A2 Commodore of his as wide as he can to not allow the B2 car to get track position. Back we go, race lead. It's a big lead that Aaron Seaton has opened up.
He's lapping cars already.
Yeah, he's
just
already
got
lapped
past
the Mazda of Tony Bonanno and Paul Kiefer.
Yeah.
And he's about to get Mark McKay, who will hand over to Zayn Al-Sayed in the other Mazda 2. So already lap traffic playing a part, and we're only about 5 minutes into the race.
There's battles going on all over the field. I see that Kerry Morsing's coming under real pressure here from Adam Gosling's BMW. So, yeah, battles everywhere in this pack. Loa Kono is continuing to close in on this 5-car battle for second position. They're slightly spread at the moment, but one error and that will quickly change. Morsing's actually pulling a bit of a gap now on Gosling, so maybe that battle is going away a little bit. The Holden just coming up to speed a little bit slow. Oh, the Corsa, I should say, the Corsa Mondo of Terry Morsing.
That's it. Terry Morsing, busy boy this weekend. Of course, also looking after the production of the highlights package for this round of the series. We're up over the eastern loop now and making our way down towards the main straight. There is Greg Symes and Aaron Seaton leading the way. Aaron Seaton at the wheel, the young steerer. Busy boy, he's back here for 2 days of thunder and a fortnight at QR. But he's popped up in a few different categories as the year has gone on. Nice, fine young talent in Australian motorsport, of course, from a very good gene pool in terms of motor racing talent. And
of course, he's running full time in the Toyota 86 National
That's
Series.
Right.
Of which one of his competitors is actually running here in another class a little bit later on the day, but that's of no real interest to the folks there.
Here at Lakeside Park, just for those of you wanting to know what's going on here throughout the course of the day, it is a full program. HQ Holdens and Excels featuring here as well, but our focus immediately is production touring. Greg Symes and Aaron Seaton, with Seaton at the wheel, leading across the line. We're waiting for live timing to be activated up here so that we can give you margins, etc. But just put it this way, it's the length of the straight and then some. From Seaton to Kane, Burridge, Oosthuizen, then Holt. Then we go back to Murphy. And then, of course, sitting there behind them is Loiacono, Muller. And then the next car through will be Nigel Williams and Tony Virag. So nothing's changed so far in that top 10. Up there on the outside of Tony Bernardo and Paul Keefer goes Kerry Morsink and Adam Gosling.
Yeah, they're closing up again, those two.
They certainly are. The number 4 goes by us with Paul Wilbo behind the wheel. And then, of course, we go further back.
In the 130i there, who's next up. Mackenzie's was a lot closer to Wilbo in the early running, but it looks like the Commodore is just starting to pull away slightly. And, well, look at this. Aaron Seaton is just coming up to, while he caught the two Mazda 2s early on, and the Mazda 2s are a bit behind the pace of everybody, but now he's catching Bruce Forsyth in the Class D BMW 323i. So Aaron Seaton about to put a lap on one of the larger cars for the first time. So that's the kind of pace that he's running here this weekend.
Fast.
Yes,
really
indeed.
Fast.
And he got Bruce Forsyth without too much difficulty.
No real surprise.
Well, it looks as though up the front of the field that, well, Kane and Burridge have pulled away from that battle for what is 4th position. It looks like Oosthuizen is bunching the second group up a bit with Holt, Murphy and Loiacono sitting right on the rear of the blue and black Mitsubishi Evo 9.
The other thing I want to point out to our New South Wales listeners, of course, is if we go into a clampdown situation, that's simply a virtual safety car. Yes. Our Formula 1 style. And if that happens between the 20th and 40th minute, Jonesy, watch pit lane fill up fast.
Here goes Holt for 4th position. He's right up the inside of Oosthuizen and gets it done actually quite easily in the end. The Mitsubishi just really doesn't have the pace to match the big HSV of Howard and Holt.
They've had troubles with that car across the course of the season. He won the opening round at Wakefield Park in Goulburn quite comfortably, 3 race wins, but now he's under pressure from these bigger cars that he would normally be faster than by about 2 or 3 seconds across the course of a 20-lap race. And this is very unfortunate for Jacques Oosthuizen because he's about to come under pressure from Jerry Murphy and Paul Loiacono. So Kane has got Burridge and has got Holt right behind him at the moment. And there's a little rivalry going on between Kane and Holt after they made contact at the last round of the series as well. Holt will desperately want to get by the Marcel entry.
Well, it's right at the moment. They're a little bit up the road, the Marcel Commodore there of Kane. However, Holt's broken away from, in fact, Murphy's got his Oosthuizen as well, so the sole representative from the CXC Global Empire of racing cars has lost another spot and is now coming under pressure from Loiacono.
Now, if we get a chance to go into a clampdown situation, we run out of time.
Oh, here we go. There's a little bit of a drama here up in 3rd position because Burridge has been held up unfortunately by the lap car of Forsyth, and that has allowed Matt Holt to close right in on the tail of the BMW.
And that's probably something we didn't get a chance to talk about. It wasn't really a factor in the opening round of the series. But traffic navigation and management around here is going to be very crucial, because you don't want to get bought behind lap traffic at the wrong time here, because of the fact simply, as we see Kane go across the line ahead of Burridge, then Holt, because of the fact that it could compromise you, because there's more cars out there now than what there was last time out. They've got to be mindful of trying to get the job done as quickly as they can and not compromising their run. And it's so delicate and so hard to do because there's limited overtaking opportunities around here.
And it's such a short lap. The guys are at the pointy end of the field are in the mid 50 seconds, and that falls away to about 70 seconds if you're a Mazda 2 driver. So yeah, there's a big difference between top and tail.
Aaron Seaton's just completed lap 14. Jonesy fastest lap so far, 58.0207 on lap 3.
Mirabito's on his way, or handed over to his co-driver rather.
It's been hard for us, of course, trying to make it all out from up here and make sense of it, because we're not getting the little blue light on our announce off screen, of course. 58.0207, the fastest time of the race so far from Seaton.
Two more cars into the pits, and they're both quick ones. It's Holt has come into the pits to hand over to Howard, and Loa Okono's brought in the Evo 10 as well. They were right behind each other, so matching pit strategies between these two teams here.
If you're hearing any wind coming through our microphones back over on 2MCA Sport, it's because we are actually in the elements today. We're commentating from the veranda of Lakeside Park, the iconic Lakeside Park, and continuing our coverage of round 2 of the Queensland Championship, round 3 of the New South Wales Championship, and our first New South Wales Enduro for points this season. So it's great to have you with us. We can tell you that we are keeping an eye on pit lane at the moment. We're also keeping one eye on the racetrack, but we're keeping an eye on pit lane because we're waiting for Greg Simons to take over from Aaron Seaton. My feeling is that Aaron will do 35, 36 minutes and then hand over to Greg for the run home, just to build that lead as much as he can. Mark Kane still holding second position at the moment, doing very, very well. Burridge and Oosthuizen are third and fourth. Oosthuizen will come across the line now. They're really having problems with that Mitsubishi today, as reflected by the fact that he's now clocking in the 61 second bracket. Almost 2 laps to Mark Kane as well, because Kane's the next car in line. So it's about a 2 lap turnaround, lap and a half to 2 lap turnaround. Once you take into consideration how slow you've got to go through the pit lane, but then also the 45 second stationary time as well, getting through the road onto pit lane and then down. We've got our first clamp down of the day, so anyone that hasn't pitted now, you would assume that this would be the time to do it.
Well,
I'm just trying to figure out why we've got to clamp down.
Oosthuizen and Muller have immediately dived into the pits, as has Kane, although Burridge didn't. So this is interesting. Burridge is staying out for the moment. Kane has dived immediately into the pits in the Massal Commodore, so that will be fascinating to see how those two cars shake out.
Symes continues to lead this race, and I would hazard a guess that whatever's happened has happened out of our view. Let's keep an eye on who does and does not come around. We've got, Seaton's in, and Nigel Williams is in as well. We've got Matthew Holt coming back to the start line now at the very moderate tempo of 80 kilometres an hour. Mark Jones is just sussing out exactly what's going on for us so that we can update you. There is one blind spot here at Lakeside. It's the run out of the carousel around to turn 4.
Now, because this is a timed race, I will have to confirm with officials that the race may not be extended under clampdown, so we could. And the emergency management team, our paramed car, is pulling off the track here in the pits, so they're getting off the track as quickly as they can. But there are mere seconds left in this race, so we may get one lap. Well, it may not even be a whole lap, because we don't have to do we don't have to restart under clampdown procedures when the cars come across the start-finish line, so we could get fractions of a lap at green. So
there it is
the
now.
restart is crucial.
We're going to get 2 laps because there's more than a minute on the clock here as they stretch up towards turn number 2, and Kane immediately getting by some lap traffic there at Kerry Morsig. He's put a car between himself and Brad Howard in the battle for 5th at the moment. Well, the battle for 4th, because that's where Kane sits. So There are 5 cars by my account on the lead lap where Kono will be the next to them to come through if he can get by Greg Symes in these closing stages. And already Howard having trouble getting by Morsing. A lap and a half to go, because I think when Greg Symes comes back, he will get the last lap board, although the flagman here is holding the checkered flag. Is it this time? Checkered flag this time. Well, there you go. It's going to get flagged about 20 seconds early by my count, because here they come. Last turn.
It won't be flagged 20 seconds early. It'll be flagged on the money, and it just...
Checkered flag in the air. We'll come back to you, Jonesy. Greg Symes wins with Aaron Seaton. Round 1 of the Mocom Cup in 2017 at the 59 3/4 minute mark of what was a captivating hour of racing. Great stuff here at Lakeside Park.
Come on, got to wave the cars on there, these 3 Holdens. They haven't finished the race yet.
No, they haven't. They need to come around. They need to come
wave
to the
at
line.
them, crowd. They still haven't finished yet.
Round he comes, Mark Kane.
Get on the radio, pit crews. Tell Kane and Morsink and Howard that they're still racing.
They are still racing. They haven't taken the flag yet. This could be disastrous for them. Boys, you need to come around and take the flag. No, this could be tragedy, because this is Kane, the leader of Class A2. No, he's gone in. He's gone in. Howard's going to follow him, though. That's first and second in A2. And Morsink's gone in there as well. This is unbelievable.
Howard's cutting across the grass. He's going to come around and take the flag, so he'll get a spot back on Mark Kane.
Well, there you go. Would you fair dinkum believe it? That's extraordinary.
By Howard in recognising the problem. Murphy too comes around to take the checkered flag as well. I'm not sure that Murphy was in that position where that was in danger for him.
Hang on, there is Mark Kane coming through here? Yes, he is. Mark Kane's coming through. He's going to come back out onto the racetrack, I think.
Now this could be problematic in a number of ways.
And take the checkered flag now. Yes, he's being told to go through and take the checkered flag as well. So he'll come across and take the checkered flag, but he's lose the position. Spot. He'll lose the win in Class A2 as a result of that, and he will be gutted. So, let's run through this. Such a dominant performance from Aaron Seaton and Greg Symes. They owned it today here at Lakeside Park. A comfortable victory in the end, and they made it look easy. They cruised to, in the end, an 18-second victory ahead of Jarkus Towson. Tom Moore getting up in Class B1, a great result for him. Matty Holt the first home in A2 in somewhat chaotic circumstances there at the end. And you go down through the list, you can see that Adam Gosling was the first home in B2, Trevor Rubito, and also Brent Edwards in Class C. And in Class D, no winner there because both participants retired. Yet Class E, the Mazda 2 battle was won by Mark McKay and Zain Al Sayed. So a magnificent result there from all involved. PTC has hit the ground running in Queensland. There's another event up here at the end of October to look forward to. 2 days and 2 races at the Ipswich Classic the last weekend of October, including a night race on the Saturday night, which we very much look forward to. But in the meantime, it's Greg Symes and Aaron Seaton's day at Lakeside Park, New South Wales, positions 1 through 6, dominating the first Origin showdown between the 2 series. On behalf of Mark Jones and our entire More Driven Media team here, I'm Zach Caden. We'll see you for the next round of the championship, the next round of the Mocom Cup as well, at Sydney Motorsport Park on the opening weekend of July. Have a great morning. Bye for now.